What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of my HLTV Fantasy. Today we are looking at the IEM Rio 2022 Legends stage. It is Legends, right? I'm not stupid. Yes, it's Legends stage. These are the teams that qualified after yesterday. I already made a pick'ems video where I kind of went over possible teams that I would say are the strongest in this stage. And looking at these players and their prices, I'm probably gonna go double NIP. Because I mean, look at Rez, look at Hampus, Alexi B, even Brolan, even Esetag. I think any of the NIP guys makes a pretty good bargain. Possibly, I see them as a possible 3-0 team. I see them as a possible 3-1 team. And with these prices across the board, I think it's a pretty good pick. Also makes it more fun for me to watch the games because I'm an NIP fan, so there's an extra motivation for me to root for them. Other things I kind of note here, Heroic are a pretty good pick. I think Simple is at a doable price. I think you can go for Simple this event and not feel horrible about it. Like, look, in comparison to like Saivu or Shiro, I mean, Shiro's also a possible pick. He was really good last stage. But I mean, Simple is just 2k more expensive than Shiro. And he's way less expensive than Zaibu. And we all know how good Simple is and how good he can be in these stages of the tournament. We've got the most picked players here, and Simple is quite picked. This is like Yakindar, Carrigan is it's almost always Carrigan as the most picked player when there's a fantasy league, which is so interesting to me. It's always like I understand the draw towards Carrigan. He's cheap. He's in a team that's good, got a good chance of winning, but still, it's pretty interesting to me. I think I'm gonna go Simple. I think I'm gonna go Res Hampus. And then the question becomes, who is my budget pick? There's an option for Nitro. I think Liquid are gonna make it through. There's an option for like Carrigan. But the problem with Carrigan is, who do you pick as your next player? You could go for like a 2-1-1-1 configuration with like a Yabi. I think it's possible to do something like this. It's not like unheard of, at least. If you want to look at like the first round matchups, it's something like this. You don't want to probably pick from teams that are against each other first round. I guess going against NIP, I mean Navi are Vitality, which is actually a pretty tough matchup. And then FaZe Cloud9, like these two first round best of ones are pretty damn important, I would say. Whereas NIP have an easier time, at least. There's like an option for going for Sprout. They have some easy matchups for like going for 1x Sprout. There's an option for going for Caserado, who was really good last stage. I think it's probably a Nitro Perfecto lineup though. Like, this is pretty cookie cutter. This is pretty straightforward lineup, I guess. Thinking Navi and NIP make it through pretty comfortably, and then Nitro is fine. 5th. It's like his stats are just, oh, I did the thing again. I do this way too often. I hate it. I want to check his stats. He did have a pretty decent RMR, but it's like NA RMR. Apart from that, he's just consistently not doing very well. Whereas I guess Carrigan is more consistently good. And I mean, not really. At least the last few. They are pretty similar. I guess I wouldn't go for Carrigan probably here. What kind of matchup? Liquid have Mouse first round. Could go Snoppy. Snoppy actually, didn't Snoppy have some pretty decent events lately? I wouldn't be against going for a Snuppy. He's also a pretty decent land player, normally at least. He went 1.0 in Antwerp. It's possible to go Snuppy as your 5th, I would say. Simple SDY. It's 1 grand off Perfecto. I would love to have Perfecto instead of Samdayang. I just like Perfecto a lot more in general. How have Samdayang's stats been? Well, it's pretty consistently okay, I guess. It's one way to put it. You could go like not double Navi, just go 1x Navi and maybe double. You could go Valde. How have Valde's stats been? I did go Ens Rio. Valde has been fine-ish for his role. There's like a lot of options, let's put it that way. There's a lot of options in this event. You could go double Fnatic if you wanted to. That's a risky pick. That's a risky pick if you want to go double Fnatic, but I don't hate it. I'm not like super against it, at least. You could go for not res Humbos, instead go for someone else from ENS. I mean from NIP. I think it could be a not res and instead go for Alexi B kind of situation. Then you don't go for you go Perfecto. What if you go, can you get like a, not quite, 2 grand off Carrigan here? That would be nutty. But you can go Bit Carrigan, but Bit has been trending downwards. I guess he was good in RMRB. No, he just had a bad EPL. Apart from that, he's still doing fine. Okay. So if we go simple Bit, Hampus, Alexi B, Carrigan, I think that's a really good lineup. Just about roles then. Headshots on Bit. Main op on simple is like 3 points. You might go for something other than main op on simple. Let's see. IGL Alexi. Or is it support? It's probably IGL Carrigan, support Alexi, and then Hampus with CT rating, I suppose. I like this lineup quite a lot, actually. Well, this is easy. It's just that there's not much better than leader for our boy Carrigan. You don't want to go noob. Support is surprisingly bad for him. Whereas for Alexi, it's a lot better. Yeah, quite a lot better. It makes a lot of sense. These are really good roles as well. I do think FaZe are gonna go at least 3-1. It's just that FaZe players are pretty expensive. I guess CT rating, right? Or multi. No, CT rating is more consistent. And then simple with whatever is best for him. Probably still main op. Yeah, it is still main op for sure. I like this lineup quite a lot. I didn't think about this lineup too much beforehand. I had some ideas with the previous one with like Res, Ampus, Simple, Perfecto, and Nitro. But I think this is more balanced. I think Alexi has been doing well so far in NIP. He's possibly a steal. Yeah, I'm a fan of this lineup. Boosters. Best of 1 stage. How did it go? So it's like best case scenario, your teams go play a total of 6 best of 3s. All of your players play a total of 6 best of 3s, best case scenario. I think you can throw almost all boosters on every time. So just use like the worst boosters first. except for one basically. But I think it's better to just go with the worst boosters first. Or the ones that make the most sense in this stage. I think KSD might make sense still, like, but it's against Vitality. It's not an easy matchup. I don't think you can go KSD at least for first round. Need, what are some not that great? Simple with a knife. You can go simple with a knife. Clutch. Simple with 30 bomb. Simple with ace. Alexi with flash assist might be the one to go for here. Save or simple. I mean, Rubet goes on someone here, I suppose. You can go flash assist Alexi B. Choke. Oh, look at this. So that's pretty funny. I mean, choke is a booster that is usually based on like the team performance, right? Hampus has 0%. So NIP, no chokes in, I believe this is a 3-month period. Alexi B, 17% because he was at G2 beforehand. That's pretty funny. That's actually very funny. What I don't understand is how Simple and Bit have such a different one. Wait, what? This can't be all time, right? Or that it probably counts. Okay, it probably counts some random event that Simple played at. This King Win event. I think it counts this one. That's why it's different for them. That would be my guess, at least. It's just hard to pick anything for the other players right now. I'll go Carrigan, like bottom of scorecard. But it's such a good booster for him. Why does Carrigan only have this like low of a nade percentage? That's weird. I'll go Hampus nade kill. I don't want to go KESD first round for bet. There's some, it's so tough to throw these on. You could go ace it, I think that makes sense, and then Rubet on carry. That's fine. Okay, we're done with this. I'm happy with this lineup. I'm very happy with this lineup. We have double NIP, we have Alexi and Hampus, which was a combo I used. Which event did I have both Hampus and it was like the first event that it was the RMR, right? Which RMR was NIP in? Whichever RMR, yeah, here, Alexi Hampus. They did pretty well. We got a top 4%. Mostly it was, the problem was like, I suppose there were some other must-have players, but yeah, pretty good outcome then. I think it's gonna be fine here. I think Simple is at a price that is hard to pass up. It's why he's at third most picked. Carrigan is most picked. It's not like a super original lineup. We have Carrigan, Simple, and Hampus from the most picked players. But most people are probably going for like a Simple Nitro combination. If they're going for this, they might. I'm not sure what people are doing. We're skipping face, by the way, yeah. I don't know. Just expensive, except for Carrigan. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so if you want to see any of my upcoming videos. Also, go check out my Pick'ems video I just posted before this, so you can kind of get a better idea of what I think of the rest of the event, apart from these teams. But yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.